Let's do it.
These fans are having a blast.
When the gates finally opened and the Sea of Blue came in that stadium, it's pretty special.
Rogers Center West. This is their team. This is Canada's team.
Amazing to have that kind of support on the road.
Here comes the first of many loud chants of Let's Go Blue Jays.
Springer back through the track at the wall, he leads, and he makes the catch! George Springer with a leaping grab!
Teoscar gets into him, and it is gone!
An absolute no-doubter for Teoscar.
Blue Jays heading to Seattle for a big 4-game series.
There's fans all over that country, and the love they have for each and every one of us as players is very special.
Yeah, it'd be exciting. I mean, it's a big series and big games.
If there is a Mount Rushmore of Blue Jay experiences, a trip to see them in Seattle makes the Final Four without fail. It is quite a spectacle and quite an enjoying time for so many, mostly Western Canadians from British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, some from as far as Manitoba, and even a few people from the eastern side of the country will fly out. It is that special. And that's why we are excited about tonight's opener of a 4-game series at T-Mobile Park. Historically, the Mariners and Blue Jays draw comparisons based on the fact they came in to the American League together. The Blue Jays have 2 World Series victories. The Mariners do not. The Mariners have a 116-win season in their history. The Blue Jays do not. But as far as the all-time record in Seattle, it's deadlocked at 101 right now. So that will end tonight. So glad you could join us for the first of this 4-game series as they flock to T-Mobile Park in Seattle to see the Blue Jays. It's become an annual tradition. We're happy we could bring it to you. This is Blue Jay Central. Jamie Campbell, Ricky Romero is here, Arden Zwelling as well. You've played in this a couple of times. What's it like, Ricky?
The atmosphere inside of the stadium is crazy, but it's just as crazy outside the stadium when you're walking around the city and stuff like that. And I remember in 2009 when Scotty Downs said, hey, wait till we go out for BP and the ovation we're going to get. And it was insane. Just walking out to stretch. And I've never had so much fun shagging batting practice like I did every time we went to Seattle. It's pretty special.
You went up against Ken Felix in Seattle, did you not?
I did, and I got to beat him. So the atmosphere, again, it was crazy, 90%, 95%. Blue Jay fans, it doesn't get any better than that, especially being a road team.
Quite a scene. Let's take you to T-Mobile Park. Hazel May is in Seattle for the Love Fest. Hazel?
Hi, guys. Thank you very much. Yes, 2021's version of the Canadian invasion was more like the Canadian withdrawal, and that's because of border restrictions really keeping most of Western Canada's Blue Jays fans from making the trek here to Seattle and watching their beloved team in person. Now, last August, for the first time in almost a decade, fans from the prairies and British Columbia really missed out on an opportunity to take over T-Mobile Park for a series, but thankfully that has changed tonight. And just as all these fans behind me are excited to see Canada's team take their spot here out on the field, the players told me they're just as excited to see what they've been told is a pretty amazing atmosphere. Take a listen.
We feed off the energy of the crowd, and when the crowd is in our favor, you know, that only helps us. I mean, think about the opposite last year when we were playing in Buffalo and playing the Yankees. It was, you know, almost the opposite effect, and you could see that for them. So this is going to be like that for us, and we're due that, right? We're due a few games in our favor on the road.
Yeah, I just remember it being packed out. I mean, from the time gates open when we're usually taking BP, I mean, the Blue Jays faithful just kind of flood in. and it's quite the experience. It's really truly incredible to see the fans travel so well, especially here.
We do know about that when we play in Buffalo, all the Yankees fans, so it's beautiful. Yeah, we're gonna love it. 2019 was the last time I saw it because the last time we came here, the border was closed, so we didn't get a chance to see it. But for the guys that have never seen it, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Not so cool is the guy who was scheduled to make the start. Veteran right-hander Kevin Gausman will not pitch tonight. Instead, it was supposed to be Casey Lawrence, the right-hander, and then pitching coach Pete Walker told me earlier today that they're going to go with the left-hander, Anthony Bonda, as an opener, followed by Lawrence. Someone asked Charlie Montoyo in his media availability how long he expects Bonda to go. He said, look, depending on how well he pitches, he could go more than an inning. As for Mr. Gausman, here's the update on him. He was out here earlier today. He said he was moving that ankle a little bit more than he was yesterday. He said that the plan is that he's going to throw a bullpen tomorrow, and then depending on how he recovers, depending on how he feels, the hope is he could pitch either Sunday or Tuesday. He also shared with me that he underwent a second MRI. He said the ankle wasn't feeling too great today, so just to be on the safe side, he underwent another MRI just to make sure everything was healing the way it's supposed to. Take a listen to the veteran right-hander.
It's getting better, it's gotten better every day. Today was a good step forward, being able to kind of get more of a realistic, catch play in, able to kind of move my feet a little bit more, something that obviously I need to be able to do out there. And I think the plan is to throw a bullpen tomorrow, and, if all goes well, maybe Sunday, maybe Tuesday, kind of go from there. See how it responds after tomorrow. It wasn't getting any better, so I think they just wanted to make sure that we had all of our bases covered, and, now knowing that it's just a bone bruise, we can kind of be a little bit more aggressive with moving around the tissue, that type of stuff, whereas, if there's a fracture, obviously you don't want to do that. So, good news, but obviously we're supposed to pitch tonight, and so, it sucks, but it's a part of the game, and, I've been fortunate to this point in my career where I've never been hit in my ankle, and so that's kind of a new thing too, is kind of figuring out, what is going to be manageable and that type of thing.
Joined now by our MLB insider, Shai Davidi. You just heard Kevin Gausman. The hope is he can pitch at some point this series, but how does he fit into the rotation?
Well, thanks to the injured list stint for Yusei Kikuchi, the Blue Jays do have an opening on Sunday. We'll talk more about Kikuchi in a moment, but the Sunday is the first spot for Kevin Gausman to return. The next spot that he's got circled is Tuesday, and those are really the spots that the Blue Jays are targeting and trying to get him through. But a lot is going to be riding on that side session tomorrow, and he, for the first time in a few days, felt a bit of progress being able to drive off that ankle. That's really crucial to him. But he's also determined to make sure that he finds a way to pitch before the All-Star break. He does not want to sit down and miss starts because he knows what happened last year, how important every game could be. But he also wants to be smart about what the rest of the season looks like for him as well.
Okay, so you mentioned Yusei Kikuchi, who the Blue Jays placed on the IL with a neck strain. What is the outlook on the veteran left-hander?
Well, I think where the Blue Jays are going to start with him is just sit him down for a few days, shut him down, let him get whatever he's experiencing in the neck right now out of there so he can feel fine. And then at that point, they're going to start talking to him about where you go from here. How do you reset? He's bounced between different approaches this year. Clearly, he's had trouble getting into the strike zone on a consistent basis. How do they get him to be the version of himself when he's been really good, which he has been a number of times this season? That'll be the focal point, but also to establish some consistency in that so that it's not just all or nothing whenever he takes the ball, which is really what it's been to this point of the season with him.
Okay, we will keep an eye on that. By the way, Max Castillo has been recalled from AAA Buffalo. He is here in Seattle. And before I go, Jamie, most of the guys we're wearing these all-star t-shirts that say the captain says for you to vote. Of obviously Captain Alejandro Kirk wanting the Blue Jays fans out there to vote for these 6 players right here. Voting ends tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, so get to it. A lot of close races, Jamie. Hopefully Blue Jays fans can get their Blue Jays All-Stars to Los Angeles. That's it. We'll send it back to you guys.
Let's hope, Hazel, and thanks to Shai for helping model the T-shirt. As modeling the Blue Jays uniform tonight in the opener is Anthony Bonda as an opener up against lefty Marco Gonzalez, who went 6 innings and gave up just a single earned run in a start against the Blue Jays in Toronto in the middle of May. So that's the matchup. Not exactly the sexiest starting pitching matchup we've seen for a Seattle series, but what the heck? It's the way things are. Ricky Romero and Arden Zwelling, what do you think of Bonda as the opener?
Well, you understand the strategy there. Casey Lawrence is a soft-tossing righty, so why not throw the hard-tossing lefty ahead of him? And remember, the first inning is a leverage inning, so Anthony Bonda is going to come in with some hard 95-mile-per-hour fastballs from the left side. He's got a good changeup. He plays it on the plate and off to get hitters to expand. It's been very good this year at limiting hard contact, but he's got a .463 batting average on balls in play. That tells you that when the ball has been off the bat in play, things have not gone particularly well. But the Blue Jays right now are trying to steal Casey Lawrence one less look at the top of that lineup, because remember, for as well as he did covering for Kevin Gausman the last time out, still gave up a couple bombs, still gave up 6 runs. So the Blue Jays are going to try to make things a little bit easier for him today.
But for Bradley Zimmer hitting 9th, the Blue Jays have an all right-handed hitting lineup against a soft-tossing lefty in Marco Gonzalez. You were a lefty, not a soft tosser. You loved going up against all right-handed lineups. Why?
I did, because it played into my changeup really, really well. And I know when I had all righties, I can move their feet, I can pitch up in the zone, and it would set up that changeup down and away. And that's what Marco Gonzalez is going to do tonight. He's going to move feet, and he's going to use that changeup. That's his main pitch. Obviously, Marco Gonzalez didn't throw as hard as me, and not that I threw hard, but his 86, 89 can leave you wondering a little bit.
Right.
Why didn't I make good contact? Why didn't I make solid contact? And he seems to be that type of guy. So Jays hitters need to hit every mistake they get tonight.
You saw the changeup there at about 79, so we'll see what the difference is miles per hour with respect to Marco Gonzalez, who starts the opener of this series in Seattle, and it will be well attended by those with Canadian passports. Game 1 is coming your way tonight here on Sportsnet 1 as Blue Jays Central rolls on.